You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Wednesday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby. It's going to be a big weekend in the old Dalby house. We had a family vote yesterday, and unfortunately, by a score of 4-1, I was outvoted. We will be putting up the Christmas tree this weekend.
Okay.
Which I don't know, man. It feels too early. And I know that maybe I'm the wrong source to be saying this because I'm not a big Christmas guy. But the tree in November feels like it's too soon.
When I was a kid, we only put up the Christmas tree like a week before Christmas.
You know what? I mean, if I had my druthers, there'd be no tree. If I had to, maybe I'd put it up Christmas Eve. But I think a week is perfectly reasonable.
But we also were like a real Christmas tree family.
Right.
Back in the day, it was never, you went out, you cut it down, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a real Christmas tree now, you're just going to have pine needles everywhere.
Right. It's way too early for, if you're putting up a tree, you're definitely in the fake tree camp.
But everybody does fake tree now, I feel like, right?
It's honestly the way to go. It's such a pain to go out and get a real tree, whereas the only struggle with the fake tree is you got to get it back inside the box.
It's impossible.
You got to stuff it back in the box. It's a two-person job. One person's got to hold it down, like an episode of Cops where they catch someone who's resisting.
Yeah.
One person's got to hold it down, and the other's got to tape it up.
I never decide when to put out a Christmas tree. Someone else is usually telling me when to do it.
Someone's like, go downstairs, get the tree, put it up.
Go in the garage.
Yeah,
Go to the top of the garage, pull it out.
You know what the thing is, and this is my big thought, and I tried to argue this as to why you shouldn't put the tree up too early.
Why is that?
It monopolizes the home. Whatever room you put it in, you got to move everything out of the way. You got to have a designated tree corner, which I'm guessing if you're a normal person, previously had stuff in it. And then it just takes over your living room.
It also becomes the room that the dog wants to piss in.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, we've started a little debate here on the text line. Real or fake Christmas tree? What do you think, Greg?
Can't have a plastic straw all year, but then get rid of the plastic trees at the end of the year, too. Give your balls a tug and go get a real tree.
Well, hang on. Are you telling me a fake tree is unmanly now?
No, just get out there with your kids, get off the computers and stuff, and go get a tree.
I will say it was sick as a kid. We would always go out. My parents would be like, we'd switch years, and they'd size us up, and the size of our tree depended on the height of either me or my sister.
Oh, okay.
That's what we do as kids.
Yeah. We always got one that we weren't tall enough to put the star on top, so you'd have to eventually cut another foot or two off. Just the smell of a real tree, and I don't know, just Christmas.
It feels like you guys have these really positive memories of being kids and going out to cut down a tree. Whereas all I remember from when we would go out in Hay River to go cut down a Christmas tree was my stepdad cussing as he would get stuck in the snowbank. My mom telling him that's not the right tree. You should have got the other tree.
That's part of all the fun.
That's not fun.
Exactly. Last year we grabbed the toboggan, went out in the property, and most miserable day ever. Snowing, blowing. Kids are cold in 5 minutes. Well, you know what? We talked about it this year already, and we're going to do it again. So
we talked about it yesterday. 50% of Christmas is being miserable, so.
But it doesn't have to be that way.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
On Wednesdays, we censor out our Artist of the Week, but that's Queen, and we did that recently. But I was thinking, you know what? For the rest of the remaining weeks until Christmas, we're just going to censor out Christmas music.
I mean, there's a lot of it to go through, and some of it could use an adjustment.
So I'd like to start off with Joy to the World.
Joy to the world, the is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing.
Heaven and nature sing, that's the birds and the bees, right?
But essentially, in this situation, in this new version you've created, it absolutely is.
Of course, I think everybody's least favorite Christmas song, or at least on their list, has got to have Wham on there somewhere.
Last Christmas, I gave you my but the very next day, you gave it away.
And Anyone who's gone through a breakup during the holidays has felt Wham's pain, you know?
By beeping that out, when he then says the next day you gave it away, it makes it a very Bobbit situation.
Yeah,
and that's concerning for me.
Someone texted in the song, "Give Me Your Heart for Christmas."
I don't know that one, I don't think.
I'd never heard it before, too, but what we've learned is if heart is in a song...
True.
Give me your for Christmas. Wrap it with joy and
It writes itself.
Just another perfect example of wrap it up, you know?
seem to repeat. Our love will last each moment of the year. Just give me your for Christmas.
Only your will do.
I don't usually speculate, but you left just enough of the H sound in there that I have to assume it's hog. Give me your hog for
It's up to your own interpretation, as I always say. And, of course, I'd like to wrap up with Bing Crosby's Walking in a Winter Wonderland. But what if we're not walking?
If this day is a new bird, he sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland.
But there's more.
In the meadow, we can a snowman
God.
pretend that he's a circus clown.
We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman.
Yes, until the other kiddies him down. Later on,
Damn, man, what's going on in this neighborhood?
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
So, have you heard the press conference from the transportation secretary down in the States about how we're all a bunch of slobs?
No.
So, this guy, his name is Sean Duffy. He is the U.S. Transportation Secretary, and he started a new campaign to what he says is to bring a little more civility to air travel. And he says one of his main problems is that we're all dressing like bums when we come to the airport.
Again, I call this just maybe dressing with some respect. Whether it's a pair of jeans and a decent shirt, I would encourage people to maybe dress a little better, which encourages us to maybe behave a little better. Let's try not to wear slippers and pajamas as we come to the airport. I think that's positive. If we can help someone as we're getting on the aircraft that might need some help putting their bag in the overhead bin, and you're a little stronger, a little buffer, you've been lifting, stand up and offer to grab that bag and put it up for someone who's having a more difficult time. Common courtesy and civility, I think, is going to work well.
I mean, I get the sentiment of what he's saying, because how many times do you just see fights breaking out? And is he saying that if you're dressing trashy, you're going to be trashy?
That's kind of what he's implying. Like, there's been this big uptick all throughout North America of, let's just call them incidents on aircraft.
Yeah.
And he's basically saying, like, if we did things like say please and thank you, and if we helped each other out of the planes, and that I fully get, but he's also basically saying, like, you're dressing like garbage and you're acting like garbage.
It is funny because back in the day, people used to wear suits and stuff to get on a plane versus, I mean, I could admit it, I'm always sweatpants and a hoodie when I go to the airport.
Absolutely. But I think you kind of nailed it right there. Is it used to be a classy affair, and you had all this seat room, and it was like fine dining and gourmet, like all this stuff. Flying used to be a really fancy experience. And then thanks to the airlines kind of being greedy, the seats got smaller, the amenities got shorter, you stopped getting any kind of free stuff. And now, like, wearing sweatpants is the only comfortable thing I can do on an airplane anymore.
I'll say this, the only way that I am dressing up to get on a flight is if I'm getting a discount.
That's it. Just
if WestJet, Air Canada, whatever, had a rule where they're like, you get 20% off, or you get a free carry-on or free luggage or whatever it is.
Right.
I'll wear a shirt and tie if that's the case.
Oh, God, shirt and tie. You better be talking about 50%. We better be taking that bill.
If it guaranteed getting me a better seat with more leg room, 100% I do it.
You don't have to pay the seat selection fee if you promise to show up in your church clothes.
Yeah. If there was like a bar at the airport that's like anyone dresses up gets a free drink, I guarantee you people would start doing
I
it.
love that you would go full uncomfortable outfit for one Michelob Ultra. That's all. That's what your cost is.
Sometimes you need it when you're at the airport, man.
Yeah, because flying sucks and I should be allowed to do it in sweatpants.
I agree with you, though. Like, you want to be as comfortable as possible, and I feel like society kind of looks down on sweatpants, right? Like, it's
just in general,
it's a laziness thing, but I think it's socially acceptable to wear it at the airport. The movie theater is another one for sure.
That's who's dressing up to go sit in the dark and watch a movie.
You can always tell a couple that's like fresh to dating when you see them at the theater and they're all dressed up to the nines, right?
She's wearing like a nice little dressy kind of number, and he's got his nice jeans on and his hair slicked.
It's airports, the movie theaters, and any place that has all you can eat in the title of the restaurant.
If it's a buffet, if you're not paying per item on the menu, then by all means come comfortable.
You can always tell which family's a little bit trashy by who's getting dressed up to go to the Mandarin, you know?
This is a big event for our family.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We got friend of the show, Mike, on the phone. Mike, how do you feel about wearing sweatpants in public?
You know, there's definitely, Sunday morning grocery store runs, stuff like that. My old lady always says it's like cleavage for men when you're walking around in your jogging pants. They say it's eye candy, so to speak.
Oh, the old gray sweatpants, eh?
That's what she says. I'm not sure what she sees in me with them, but that's what she tells me.
I feel like gray sweatpants for men are the equivalent of like a Lululemon pant for ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Some people it shows more,
right.
some a little bit less, like...
Yeah, no disagreement. I don't think it looks like I'm smuggling any grapes or cucumbers or anything in them, but...
Some fellas can most definitely pull off the gray sweatpants while the rest of us look trashy,
Yeah, no, I get that. There's definitely, you don't want to have the stained ones on, and I actually play in a dart league at the Legion, and it's amazing how many different levels of track pants I'll see in an evening.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
It's time for Brock and Dalby's Draft.
Friend of the show, Josh, asked us, what is a sound that turns you on in a non-sexual way? And that's what we're going to do for the draft here this morning.
And I, in a rare moment, won the rock, paper, scissors. So I get first overall pick. And this might sound funny because, like, famously on the show and in life, not a car guy. Never been a car guy. But there's just something about a big old revving engine.
Oh yeah.
That just... It's almost like it's an instinctual thing. Like,
that'll get you going.
I'm not a car guy, but somewhere inside my DNA, I go, ooh.
Oh, yeah, and you can smell it, too, sometimes, especially if it's an older car. With my first pick, I'm going to go with the sound of opening a beer.
Ooh, cracking one open,
especially
having a good time.
Can. The can just sounds so nice. You just got home from a hard day of work. Oh, baby.
Yeah, because, like, even with the bottle, like, you can get, like, a nice little, and, like, a fizz, but it's not the same as the can.
Oh, it's making me thirsty just hearing that right now.
Well, I'm surprised to still have this on the board at number 2 for me, but this is just, it's the sound that keeps me spending money every single summer. It's just that perfect golf shot.
I rarely hear it.
I mostly hear it from other golfers.
Yeah.
And then I dream that one day I will swing my club and it will go. And then I'll be like, oh, yeah.
Coming in at number 2, I mean, it can kind of go with my first pick. They can kind of go hand in hand. I'm going to go putting a steak on the grill.
Ooh, a good sear, a good sizzle.
Oh, just hearing that. Oh, man. Now I'm thirsty. I'm hungry now. Oh, boy.
My third pick is kind of in the same realm, but it's just a good old crackling fire.
Yeah.
You're sitting next to the stove or you're sitting around a campfire. There's so many good times to just have a fire going. And in that moment where, like, the conversation drops and you just hear the wood crackling and popping, just like, this is really peaceful.
It is. It puts you at ease.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
There's a reason why there's the Yule Log channel.
That's, honestly, you're right.
With my final pick, I am going to go with a nice breakdown. There is nothing that puts lead in my pencil like hearing a heavy song, and as soon as that gets going and it just, you make that face where you almost grit your teeth, where you look like you're angry, but it's like,
Yeah.
like you make that face where you're like you smelt something bad, but it's like, that's nasty in a good way, you know?
Yeah. That's crunchy.
You're like, oh, damn, I'm turned on now, you know?
All right, let's recap. So I got the high octane revving engine for number 1. I had the perfect golf shot at number 2, and just a roaring fire at number 3.
For sounds that turn me on in a non-sexual way, I'm going opening a beer can. I'm going steaks on the grill, and I'm going, give me a crispy breakdown, baby.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You know, I'm always man enough to admit when I've lost. But I will say, gotta give the boys a round of applause. People are saying this might be the best draft that we've ever done.
Yeah, I saw one text that said, I'm calling this a tie because I said, oh yeah, 6 times when you guys made your picks.
We got someone on the line. What is a sound that turns you on in a non-sexual way?
That sound and feeling when you get the glide when you're cutting wrapping paper for gifts.
Oh,
it's such a
and the
good
scissors
feeling.
just slide through like that.
Yeah, but you got to get the right line, because if you don't get the right line, it starts to chop.
That's what I imagine doing hard drugs is like, that feeling right there.
That's the noise your brain makes.
Oh, so satisfying.
Can I put one that's similar, at least scissor related? I just thought of this as we were talking about it. Is when someone's doing just a bang up job with a pair of hedge clippers.
Yeah.
That's a great sound too.
That's satisfying for sure. We had a few people texting in sports ones, like the crack of the bat, the swish of the basketball net, going bar down. I can't believe neither of us took this one. A few people texted it in.
I mean, brother, I could do a full-on top 10 of just NFL-related music beds between NFL films and all the different, TV channels that show whoever's making music for football has no excuse for how hard they're going.
We do got Andre on the line. Andre, you had a weird one. What's a sound that turns you on?
Squeezing an almost empty ketchup bottle.
A fart?
Oh, I just love it.
That is one of the least satisfying noises on earth.
Oh, I know you boys love it. Come on now.
just continuously shaking it?
Yeah.
Oh, good God, yeah. So there's nothing left.
What about the sound does it for you?
I don't know. It just scratches that itch. You know what I mean?
Can I ask, is it just ketchup? Like when you get to the end of a squeeze bottle of mayo or mustard, do you get the same vibe?
Absolutely not.
It's ketchup specific.
Yeah, it just doesn't cut it like ketchup does.
Hey, who are we to kink shame, you know?
Come on. Everyone's got their thing. That's just mine.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Campbell's soup is in some hot water right now. I don't know if you've seen. There's a huge lawsuit that's alleging that an executive, or the vice president rather, at Campbell's has mocked its own canned soup and the people who eating it, calling it food for poor people.
Apparently, he hasn't been to the grocery store and seen the prices of Campbell's soup. What the hell?
There's I think it's a security analyst or something that used to work at Campbell's. He was recently fired, and he's put this lawsuit up against the company and the vice president, saying that this guy used to make racial slurs all the time. Apparently, the vice president would also claim that he'd come to work high on edibles. Then he said the thing about the food being for poor people. And then another thing that's got people really up in arms right now is the fact that this man is claiming that the VP said that they are using chicken that has come from a 3D printer.
Oh, we've heard stories about how they're trying to learn how to 3D print food. I guess you'd only need, the average can of Campbell's has about 5 tiny little chunks of chicken in there. You wouldn't need to print much.
Sometimes you eat it and you're like,
it doesn't feel like when someone goes out of their way to make you like homemade chicken soup with real chicken in it. It's not the same thing that you're finding in the soup can.
The Campbell's company immediately made a statement saying they've never used cloned meat or 3D printed meat or anything, which the whole cloned meat thing was a huge thing in Canada like a week ago.
That's a massive scandal at the same time, yeah.
But 3D printed meat could be a game changer?
I mean, honestly, we hear all the time about, like, food scarcity is a massive problem. We talked about it with the cloned meat. It's like, if it can bring down prices and if it can help feed people who need food, then you can make an argument that, yeah, I'm okay with it. But not at whatever price you're paying per can of chicken soup.
I know there's a lot of people that are going to be like, I'm not eating 3D printed meat. Dude, we ate Subway bread that apparently had plastic in it for years. And nobody ever complained.
That was overblown. It was just because it was kind of similar to yoga mats is not a big deal.
I just find it funny. The same guy that's going to be like, I'm not eating 3D printed meat is the guy that you know has put way worse stuff in his body.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
With everybody upset about 3D printed meat from Campbell's and the executive saying that the food is for poor people, we figured this does have bad puns written all over it.
There's a lot to unpack here and a lot of jokes that can be made. We could probably do a little bit of rapid fire if you want. I mean, even just an easy one to step into this here is Campbell's soup stock crashes after executive says it's for poor people. Financial experts say this could really water down some portfolios.
Hey, yo. Campbell's soup stock crashes after exec says it's for poor people. If their stock is reducing, perhaps add a bit more water and some onions to increase the flavor, maybe?
Campbell's soup stock crashes after executive says it's for poor people. It's tough to imagine someone not getting canned for this blunder.
Oh, I had a canned one too.
Let's hear it.
Okay, Campbell's soup stock crashes after exec says it's for poor people. Get the fuck out of here. You should can that guy.
I was not prepared for a pho joke today. Well done. Campbell's soup stock crashes after executive says it's for poor people, and investors say this chowderhead salty rant has been tough news to swallow.
Chowderhead? I haven't heard that in a while.
That's an investor term, actually.
Campbell's soup stock crashes after exec says it's for poor people. Listen, guys, if we short soup stocks, we could make bouillon. You like that one?
That's really good. I got one more. Campbell's soup stock crashes after executive says it's for poor people, and Campbell's poor PR team has been getting creamed as the stock goes to pot.
Nice. All right, I got one final one here. Campbell's soup stock crashes after exec says it's for poor people. There's nothing worse than supporting a company who looks down on you. Ain't that a Bisque?
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Rush Hour 4 is now officially in the works.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker returning for that. And President Donald Trump is apparently responsible for this happening.
Oh, in what capacity?
I guess he was complaining recently that there's a lack of like good comedy and action movies, kind of like from the late 80s and 90s and stuff. And he actually pressed the folks at Paramount to make another Rush Hour 4.
Oh, yeah, because Paramount is going through, they're either recently sold some stuff or bought some stuff. They're like trying to get around some FCC stuff. So it does make sense that the president, who would be overward in charge of all that, could basically be like, you know, if you make another Rush Hour, I could probably sign some things.
Jackie Chan's 71, man.
Jackie Chan don't look great anymore. And that's not to say like he looks bad, but like if I watched him on screen doing all the things that we love Jackie Chan for doing in movies, I'm not going to be sitting there going, oh, wow, this is cool. I'm going to be like, oh, no, please stop.
Don't get me wrong. I love the Rush Hour movies, but I feel like it might just be sad, right?
Also, where's Chris Tucker been? Like, what's the last thing you saw Chris Tucker in?
Good point.
Are they doing this because Trump wants it, or does he need money?
The last thing I heard about Chris Tucker is that he was allegedly on the Epstein list. That's about it.
Oh, so that's why Trump wants to see him again.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
All right, it's time to play Best Answer Wins. We've got $100 in Lotto 649 tickets on the line here.
$32 million gold ball jackpot. Someone's going to win $1 million no matter what happens tonight. And a classic jackpot also up for grabs, $5 million.
All right, we spun the wheel, and our question today is...
why can nobody find the Bigfoot?
And, we really enjoyed having people send the voice memos yesterday because we felt like we were able to get more people on the line, which is really nice. So we're going to go through some of these voice memos that we got here. First one is from Sandra.
I think Bigfoot is down the toilet where we all drop him every day.
I have never once gone to the bathroom and called it a Bigfoot.
I'm using that now. I don't know if it's a winner, but let's keep combing.
Like any sane person, Bigfoot just wants nothing to do with humans. He's seen what we've done and he said, well, F that, I'm out.
Dude,
Legit.
I get it.
Legit.
I get it. If that's why Bigfoot's not around, I get it.
That's a contender.
Why is everyone out there trying to find the man? He's in the middle of the woods trying to find himself. Just leave him alone. Let him be. When he wants to come out and let himself be known, he'll be ready.
Bigfoot's out on an ayahuasca getaway.
Yeah. We got this one.
No one can ever see or find Bigfoot because he unfortunately went with my dad to go and pick up the milk, and neither one of them decided to come back. Boo-hoo.
That one sounds like it really spoke to you.
That one hit my soul.
All right, that might be the leader. Let's run through a few more here.
Yeah, I think for the most part, Bigfoot's just tired of the paparazzi. He wants to live his life his own way in his own environment with his wife Morgan Fairchild, and just get on with things.
Morgan Fairchild.
I mean, maybe if every picture of him wasn't so gross and blurry, he'd be a little more willing to be photographed.
A few more. Let's listen to.
Okay.
Nobody can find Bigfoot because he went to wash himself out off in the water, and Nessie ate him.
Like the Loch Ness Monster?
It's the delivery of the and Nessie ate him.
Okay.
I like that.
There's
too.
two more that I like.
Okay.
No one's been able to ever find Bigfoot because he's realized how much money he's saving on his taxes by living off-grid, and he's invested that tax money into ghillie suits and Chewbacca costumes.
I like the idea that Bigfoot is not actually hairy. He's just in disguise.
Yeah, he's just a guy that's been hiding out.
Right, yeah. Why would I want to come back and pay things?
All right, one more.
Bigfoot? Thought he was in your mom's basement.
Leave my mom out of this, all right?
You know what?
I'm called for.
I'm torn between the mom's basement, the taxes, and left with the dad for milk.
Maybe I'm biased as someone whose dad went for milk, but that one made me laugh really hard.
No one can ever see or find Bigfoot because he unfortunately went with my dad to go and pick up the milk, and neither one of them decided to come back. Boo-hoo.
You know what? Let's give it to her. She gets the ding, the round of applause, and $100 in Lotto 649 tickets.
Congratulations, and as always, we ask if you do happen to win that big jackpot tonight, that maybe you share a few nickels and dimes to fund the expedition to find our dads.
Yeah. You know what's funny, thinking about it now, I've never seen a photo of you and your dad before.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Would you rather? Wednesday. Would you rather Wednesday?
All right, let's get weird. 762-555. We got some good ones in here. Someone says, would you rather fart every time you get excited with your significant other or get the hiccups?
I think the hiccups, because a bad fart can really kill the mood.
Yeah, but it might sound like you're like in pain or something. Like if you're like...
Yeah, well, see, the thing is I think either way it's awkward at first, but you can explain like, hey, this is what happens when I get excited. But after a while, the hiccups you could get used to. The fart is still a fart.
Well, some people might be into it.
Some people, but that's probably not a majority.
You might be able to get a little more force with the fart, too.
You think that it's going to help with the thrust?
It might. Never tried it.
That's a hell of a fart, brother.
Someone said, would you rather have a thumb war with an iguana with thumbs or play chess with not your average bear?
How high are you right now? What a wild series of words.
I mean,
does the not your average bear, is that Yogi? Yogi Bear? Yogi Bear seemed pretty cool.
I mean, I think I'll go iguana, though. The bear still has a chance of, like, losing it on you.
You think that this is not about the chest, it's about getting mauled?
Yeah. I mean, if you beat him and he gets angry, what's going to happen?
If the bear is a poor sport, it's not going to go well for you.
Yeah.
Whereas, even an iguana with thumbs, I feel like I could take it in worst case scenario.
Exactly. Someone said, would you rather get impaled by a sword or shredded by a lion?
Ooh, I feel like sword's quicker. You know what I mean? Depending on where you get stabbed.
And you look like less of an idiot, too, because if you get shredded by a lion, I'm assuming that you were in a place that you shouldn't have been.
There's no good place to get shredded by a lion. There's no place where you should be as a human where you could interact with a lion unless you're a zookeeper, maybe?
Unless you're the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. What's a few more here? Someone says, from my kid, would you rather be stuck in a tub that's full of scorpions or full of tarantulas?
Oh, tarantulas. It's gonna feel super gross, but I feel like if you don't move, you'll probably be okay.
Well, scorpions are poisonous, or some of them are.
I think some tarantulas are too. Like,
Yeah.
I think this could go really bad either way. But I just feel like with all those stingers and stuff, even by accident, you're probably going to get stung.
Less pinchy, yeah.
Whereas, like, I don't know, tarantulas seem like they'll just kind of do their own thing if you just sit really still.
Final one here. Would you rather smell like skunk forever or always have wet socks and shoes?
Man.
Sometimes they do smell like skunk forever.
Yeah, it's worked out socially for a lot of people so far. Wet shoes, wet socks is an awful combination.
It's only you that knows. It's only you that feels uncomfortable versus the skunk makes everybody else feel.
It's harder to have people around you, especially like the difference between the skunk you're talking about and like an actual real skunk smell.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think I would rather be alone and dry than wet and surrounded by people.
Yeah. Honestly, sometimes people suck. So.
I could use a buffer, yeah.
Want to be part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.